Too many times we stand aside and let the waters slip away till what we put off to tomorrow has finally come today. So don't stand upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maxwell Ivy, Max to my friends. Some of you know me as the Blind Blogger or Mr. Midway. I just wanted to share an experience that happened to me at the mall recently and ask you if you would have done the same. And hopefully I can encourage and inspire you to think about things like this in the future and take action on them. I had to go to the mall to take my laptop in to the Apple store. I wanted to get it checked out and hopefully get the keyboard fixed before I went on my trip to New York City that I'll be leaving on next week, December 20th, as a matter of fact. I had to leave it there, so I was not happy. That plus the bill they gave me. On the way out of the mall, my nephew said, "Hey, Max, let's stop into Barnes & Noble. I want to see if they have any good books." And I told him, sure, we'll do that. And I thought, I've never been into a Starbucks, and they have a Starbucks at the Barnes & Noble, so I got me a mint mocha latte, which should be illegal in all 50 states, but it was good. And I'm sitting there, I'm about to walk over and sit down, and I think, heck, I'm in a bookstore, one of the few chains of bookstores left. And I said to the barista, I think that's what you call him, that I wanted to speak to the books manager. And they said, well, sure, we'll see if we can find them for you. So I was sitting over there waiting, and eventually they did find the books manager, and I talked to Trent, and I showed him my books, and I said, I hear that if I was wanting to see if my books were available at Barnes & Noble, either online or if they might be available in the store. And he took out one of the little scanners they use, and he scanned both of my books, Leading You Out of the Darkness into the Light, and It's Not the Cookie, It's the Bag. And he said, well, sir, both of these books are in our system, but that doesn't mean they'll be in our stores because we have a lot of stuff that's in the online catalog that doesn't go to the stores. So we were talking. I said, well, who do I see in order to do a book signing at a Barnes & Noble? Can you tell me who I talk to at corporate or regional or wherever? And he said, no, but I can get you the name of the person who handles the book signings for this particular Barnes & Noble. I said, well, that was great. So he went to try to find that person, and he couldn't find them in time, so he gave me the business card. When you're blind, you have to go when the ride wants you to go, and my ride was there, so me and Seth had to leave and head home. But I left them the copies of my books. I took the business card. I have to go back to the mall today or tomorrow and pick up the laptop, so I'm planning on checking in with them again. I mean, if you're going to be in the neighborhood, why not stop in and ask? And the point I'm trying to make here is I'm not famous. I'm well known online. My blog has some good fans, some great people out there like me, trust me, support me, encourage me, all that good stuff. But I'm not famous. Nobody's going to confuse me with Mike Robbins or Elizabeth Gilbert or Eric Weimermeer, any of the bigger names in the personal development field. But I thought, why not ask? And my dad always told me, if you don't ask, they can't say yes. And so I've gotten in the habit over the years of asking for stuff, many times for things that I probably had no business asking for in the first place. But I find out more often than not, you either get the answer you wanted, or you get an answer that leads you to the next question and the next answer. So my question for you is, if you had been at the Barnes & Noble instead of me, and you were an author, would you have had the courage to ask that question? To ask to speak to the people who make the decisions and just see what happens. Now, I don't know what their answer is going to be. I won't be a bit surprised if their answer is in the negative. But to me, the more important thing is that you ask the question. That if you want a mentor or a coach, you reach out to them by email or on Facebook or Twitter, and you you introduce yourself and explain to them that you believe in what they're doing and you want to learn from them. If you want a an apprenticeship, if there's something out there that you want that's going to move you closer to your goal, the thing is, are you willing to ask for it? Are you willing to be told no? And more importantly, are you ready for them to tell you yes? Because like I said, I don't expect that they'll say, sure, Mr. Ivy, we'll schedule you for that book signing here next week. But if they don't, I ask the question. I'm going to keep asking the question. And after I do my trip to New York City, after I write my next book, after I do my first book tour, whether it's on my own or with a sponsor or with a publisher, then the next time I ask that question, the answer should be totally different. But you got to keep asking the questions. And so I just wonder. I would love to encourage you to tell me what it is you're passionate about, what your dream or goal is, and what is one person you could ask, one question you could ask, one form you could fill out, one application you could submit, one small thing. And I want to hear about it through my email, which is justask@theblindblogger.net. And I want to hear that you've done something about it before January 1st. Let's not have any of that wait until after the new year business. Let's do it now. I want to hear that you've done something that we can all celebrate together when the ball drops. Alrighty. This is longer than I intended it to be. I hope you got something good out of it. I'm going to get ready to go to the mall and find out about my laptop and my book. And maybe the beginning of a book tour. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for continuing to support me. Your encouragement, love, kind words, all very appreciated and important. Thank you. Take care out there. God bless you all. And there's bound to be rough waters, and I know I'll take some falls. But with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. Oh, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wind, these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry.